Hi friends, Stevie here. Welcome to Knee Kisses Hip Matrix. This is a mini loop, another instant flow that has some hip work balanced out with a little bit of arm loading. It's something that I get requests for a lot, something that you can do quickly that's kind of a full body. This is, I would say, more arm, hip, a little bit of balance going on versus like twisting or spinal bending. But it did get me heated when I did it quickly. We'll be spending some time on our knees and shins, although moving quickly through those postures. So if you have a really dense mat, I love my Aloha here, but you can also spread a blanket or a towel on top of your space if that is more comfortable for your knees and shins. You know, I like a dense mat, but then I also like having firm, not so plush texture underneath my wrists. So you can always leave a little bit of space for your hands. That's why I like my Aloha though, because it is cushy enough where I feel like I can do stuff on it without a towel, but I can also still like find really good grip and it doesn't hurt my joints. Anywho, you don't need any props, but that being said, if you want to gather a blanket or something, especially for the first rounds where we'll go a little bit slower, you're welcome to grab whatever you'd like for any of my classes, and I'll meet you on the mat.
This practice is brought to you by Aloha Yoga, a cork-powered mat and accessory company with a focus on enhanced grip for confident and creative movement. No towel, no problem. Aloha offers the ability to move freely without fear of slipping, even in your sweatiest practice, all while embracing artistic expression through their unique mat designs. Check out the video caption for a link to view their products, or visit our Grow Together page to learn more about why Authentic Movements continues to choose Aloha.
This is an instant flow, but we will get started a little bit slower and then pick up the pace as we go through a few times. Come onto your mat in a tabletop position for our micro mini warm up. Set your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Grip the floor with your fingers and put a slight bend in your elbows. I challenge you to have a small bend in your elbows the whole time as we go through this versus just locking out. You might not be hypermobile like me as far as in your elbows, but still, if we can keep that small bend and almost think about wrapping the pointy parts of the elbows back towards the knees to get some of the musculature in the arms and the lower arms doing more work, why not? Also, let's grip with the fingertips and not fall on our tiny dog. From your tabletop position, pull your heart through your biceps and let the tailbone flick up. Press down into the floor, dome the back of the heart towards the sky. Pull your heart through your biceps, drag your hands towards your knees. Press the back of your heart up towards the sky. You can bring the breath in here, but it's also fine to do it with just natural breath. Pull your heart through your biceps. Drag the hands back. Spread the shoulder blades. Push the hands down and away. A few more of these at your own pace and to your own depth. Wonderful. Keep your hands where they are. Look back and take a plank pose, but make your feet as wide as your mat. Keep the hips in line with the shoulders here. Grip with the fingers and find that small bend again in the elbows. Lift the belly away from the floor and lengthen the tailbone down towards the end of the mat. Kiss the mat with your knees. Kiss the mat and then bring the knees back up. Let's do that one more again for this round. Kiss the mat with the knees and then bring the knees back up. Now, shift the feet over towards the left, coming to the knife edge of both feet, tenting the left fingertips, or maybe even taking them up towards the sky. Single arm plank here. Push down firmly through the right arm. Grip with the fingers. Small bend in the elbows. Look back at your feet. Bend your knees until that right knee could kiss the ground. It might kiss the ground a little bit over here. It might kiss the ground right near your left ankle. Kiss the ground and come back. For this first round, let's do that again. Actually, we're going to do it twice for everyone. I don't know why I said that. Kiss down with that bottom knee and pick it up. Push firmly with your right hand, take your right knee, and move it to the middle of the mat so that your shin is parallel with the short edge of your mat. We're just prepping here for our counter gate. As you go into counter gate, if you'd like to move your back foot more in line with your body, you're welcome to. Big, big stretch through the whole left side body. Start to pull your left elbow back as you pull your left knee in. Tense your right fingertips. It might feel nice to get off that wrist anyway. And see if you can connect that higher elbow and knee before bringing your toes to the floor. So we're going to end up kind of in a half goddess pose towards the back of the mat, but can you find the elbow to knee connection first? Great. Once you do, take a little goddess bend to the back of the mat, maybe even lunging into that back knee, letting the knee come past the toes. Adjust your feet and your shins however you'd like here. Take a few rocks. Cartwheel the hands back towards the front of the mat, landing them shoulder distance apart. Pivot on that front knee and pull the back knee towards your left tricep. Can you find that small bend in your elbows? Curl your heel in. Tuck your back toes. Lift up through that back knee to hover. Yeah. Kiss it down. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Send your left leg back long. Maybe open the hip and do a couple circles for this first round. Come up high on the back toes, look forward. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, cross that left knee over towards the right armpit or elbow. Kiss that knee towards the floor once, and then drag it back up. Kiss the knee towards the floor, leave it there. Okay, here's the funky transition here. Think about your back leg, it's probably still straight. Can you bend it and sit on your left hip? Bend it and sit. It's like you're landing in almost like a 90-90, like a fallen pigeon. It might not be perfect, but we don't care about that. This is just a little restful position for your wrists and your hips for just a moment, right? Before we complete the loop. Take a big side bend towards the back of the mat, hips and shoulders facing the right. Cartwheel your hands back towards the top of the mat. Now look back at your feet. Your back foot is your right foot. Take it and extend it long and bring it to the back corner of the mat. Remember when we did that plank pose and you were at the back corners? That's what we're doing again. Tuck those right toes and put them down. Can you option to use both hands here and lift back to that plank so it would look like this? Or what would happen if you use just your right foot and your left hand? Small bend in the left elbow. Can you lift up through that left leg, and slower than you'd like, step it back to your wide-legged plank pose. That's just for fun. Use that transition. You do not have to be that crazy about it. Okay, plank pose, lower the hips, squeeze the booty, bend the elbows. Kiss the knees to the floor once, and lift. Kiss twice, and lift. Shift the feet over towards the right. Come on the knife edge, reach the right arm up towards the sky, so we're in our single-armed side plank. Bend that bottom elbow. Bend both knees and kiss the bottom knee to the ground wherever it lands. Straighten the legs. One more time. Kiss that bottom knee to the ground. Straighten the legs. Push firmly through the bottom arm. Notice mine shaking. It's really hard for me not to lock out through there. And bring your left knee to the middle of your space, setting up for counter gate. Shins parallel to the short edges of the mat. Big extension through your counter gate. Roll through your top wrists. All right, here's our connection. Pull your right knee and your right elbow towards each other. Tense your left fingertips. Can you connect that elbow and knee? Balance, 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 balance before landing towards the back of the mat. Little side bend here, half goddess, and maybe some bouncing into that right leg, your back leg, sending the knee over the toes, stretching the ankle and the hip a little bit. Lovely. Cartwheel your arms back towards the front. Got it? You're going to pivot on that knee, that left knee, and pull your right leg in towards your right tricep. Okay? Tuck the back toes, their left toes, and hover the knee. Kiss it down once, and lift. Kiss it down twice, and lift. All the way back to three-legged dog. Right leg is lifted. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a few circles. Pause with the knee high in the air. Look forward, come high on the toes. Exhale, cross that right knee towards your left armpit. Lower down to kiss the floor. Zipper back up. Are you having a small bend in your elbows and squeezing the fingers? Lower it down, leave it there. Think about the back leg, bend it, and sit on your right hip. Roll your wrists, side bend to the back of the mat. Here's that funky transition to get back to our wide-legged plank. So you can cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat and place them there. Or you can just place the right hand down and send those left toes to the back left corner of the mat. Back left toes, right hand. Maybe you can lift from there. Of course, you can always tent those left fingertips as well to help you. And step those right toes to the back of the mat. Wide-legged plank. Reset yourself. All right, we got it. Let's go a little bit faster this round, y'all. Kiss the ground once with the knees and twice with the knees. Shift the feet over to the left. Single arm plank. Bend the knees. Kiss the ground once and twice. Right knee to the middle of your space, counter gate. Big stretch. Start to connect the top elbow and knee, tent the bottom fingertips. Hover, 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 hover. Can you find the connection? Can you find the connection slower than you'd like? Half goddess to the back of the mat. Side bend, maybe a couple rocks into that back leg. Cartwheel the hands towards the front of the mat. Pivot on the right knee, tuck the toes. Three-legged dog. Three-legged dog. Find an exhale, cross the body, left knee, right armpit. Lower down, tap, zip up. Lower down, release. Bend the bottom knee, landing in that 90-90. Cartwheel towards the back of the mat. Or sleeping swan or fallen 90-90, whatever you'd like to call it. Here's that funky transition. Cartwheel your left hand down. It's the one that probably naturally wants to come down first. Right foot to the back right corner of the mat. Can you zipper everything up and slower than you'd like? Step that left foot to the back of the mat. Hands down. Ready? Other side. Kiss the ground once with the knees, twice with the knees. Pivot the feet over towards the right. Single arm plank. Bend the knees to kiss once and twice. Left shin to the middle of your space, counter gate. Connect top elbow knee. Hover, 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 balance, 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 teeter, teeter, teeter. Back of the mat, half goddess. Rock into it a couple times. Cartwheel to the front of the mat, pivot on the bottom knee. Knee to armpit here. That's what I forgot this last time. I was like, something is wrong here. Right knee to right tricep. Tuck the back toe. Lift up, three-legged dog. Right leg is back. Find an exhale, cross the body. Right knee, left armpit. Lower down, zip it up. Lower down. Sleeping swan, bend the back knee. Come to your hip. Side bend to the back of the mat. Funky transition. Right hand down. Left foot to the back left corner on the toe. Can you zip everything up? Keeping the hips low, 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 low. It'll be harder with the hips low. Slowly step the right foot to the back of the mat. Left hand down. Here we go again. Kiss the knees once. Are you still bending your elbows? And twice. Pivot the feet to the left. Single arm plank. Bend the knees once, shifting the hips back, and twice. Pull the right knee to the middle of your space. Counter gate. Elbow to knee connection, elbow to knee connection, elbow to knee connection. Find it, find it, find it slower than you'd like. Half goddess to the back of the mat. Rock. Roll your wrists when you have the chance, right? Cartwheel your hands to the front of the mat. Bring your left knee with it as you pivot on the back knee. Here we are. Lift up through that knee. Three-legged dog. Left leg is up. Find your exhale. Cross the body. Left knee, right armpit. Lower down. Zipper up. Lower down. Sleeping swan. Bend the back knee. Side bend to the back of the mat. Beautiful. Cartwheel the hands down. Right foot to the back right corner. Oopsies. Just left hand down. Zipper up. And step back slowly. How about one more time each round, y'all? All right, 1.5 times more so that we're even, yeah? Kiss the knees once and twice. Pivot the feet over to the right, single arm side plank, right hand up. Kiss the knees once and twice. Left leg to the middle of the space, counter gate. Connect right elbow to right knee, hover, 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 hover. Half goddess to the back of the mat, rock into it. Beautiful. Cartwheel the hands to the front of the mat. Right knee, right armpit. Tuck the back toes, lift up, three-legged dog. Find an exhale, cross the body, right knee, left armpit. Lower down, zip it up. Lower down, bend the back knee, sleeping swan. Whoo, big bend to the back of the mat. Cartwheel, just your right hand to the top of the mat. Back left foot to the back left corner. Lift up, keeping the hips low. Slowly step the right foot back. All right, one more time each side. Set up your wide-legged plank. Kiss the ground once, bend your elbows. Kiss the ground twice. Feet over towards the left, single arm plank. Bend your knees, kiss once, kiss twice. Right knee to the middle of your space, counter gate. Connect knee to elbow, hover, balance, hover, balance, hover, balance, hover, balance. Goddess to the back. Roll through your wrists. Cartwheel, your hands to the top of the mat. Bring your left knee with it. Elbow or tricep to knee connection. Tuck the back toes. Three-legged dog. Cross the body. Left knee, right armpit. Lower and zip. Lower. Sleeping swan. Side bend to the back of the mat. Cartwheel, the left hand down, right foot to the back right corner. Keep the hips low, zip, step back. Whew. Wide-legged plank, last time, last side. Kiss the ground once, make it count. Bend your elbows twice. Shift the feet over to the right, single arm plank. Bend the knees once, twice. Left shin to the middle of your space, counter gate. Elbow to knee connection, slow, 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 slow. Goddess at the back of the mat, that wasn't that slow. Whew. Bend into a few times. Cartwheel your hands to the front of the mat. Bring that back knee with you. Armpit to knee connection. Tuck the back toes, lift up. Three-legged dog, right leg is back behind you. Look forward, cross the body. Right knee, left armpit, lower down. Zip up. Lower down. Bend the back knee, sleeping swan. Side bend to the back of the mat. Right hand to the top of the mat. Left foot to the back left corner. Keep the hips low, slower than you like for this last round. Step that right foot to the back right corner. Lower the left hand. Kiss the ground one more time. Walk your hands back as you sit on your shins and just roll through your wrists here. Interlace your hands. Do a little roller coaster action. What does your body need today to close that out? And of course, if you're like, no, I want to do it more, you can. Go for it. Do a few more rounds of the sequence. With these short bite-sized classes, it's kind of nice to keep them that way, but also for you to come back now that they feel familiar in your body so you can get out of your head a little bit and more into the movements plus personalize a little. So yes, I know it's short, but that's also because I get a lot of requests for like 15-minute creative flows. So here's your mini loop where we knee kiss the ground or our own body. And yeah, you can keep working out or do another movement class or be like, you know what, that's good for now. As always, I take requests here and on Instagram or email. Message me wherever. I love hearing ideas and playing with those. Thank you. I will see you again soon.